All right, so like I woke up 2 days ago at least. I posted a little bit on my TikTok about it if you guys seen that, but Microsoft bought Activision and Blizzard if you want to whatever, like just put that together. But I've been seeing some interesting takes about it. My first thoughts immediately was COD. I don't know why, but they would make COD exclusive, but the more I thought about it, like, you would bring in less revenue. Like, you would generally bring in less revenue because it's such a wide player base. Why would you even do that? It would make more sense to make it like for everybody and then bring in the money that way. But I've been seeing some takes aside from that, and like, I'm not trying to sound biased because I do have both the Xbox and the PlayStation and even a PC. So is Microsoft acquiring Activision, is that bad for gaming? And the reasoning behind this is like monopolies. People are saying monopolies. People are saying you're buying these companies, right? That doesn't mean you're making better games, because the reason why Microsoft's doing this is because, like, it's not really a debate. They kind of lost the console war after the 360 when they came out with the Xbox One and then the PS4. The way they announced it, they weren't really focused on the games. If you guys want to go all the way back, go watch one of my favorite YouTubers like the Angry Joe when they first announced it, what the DRM was looking like, what their policies were looking like, what the games were even looking like, that you couldn't borrow used games. They messed up for real. They messed up hard. And that whole generation, they were lacking exclusives. They were lacking just a real reason to buy the console. Unless you were like a diehard Xbox fan and you randomly got an Xbox, the only reason. If you had the choice, you were going with PlayStation because everyone kind of shifted to PlayStation. Then PlayStation kind of continued on that good streak, or that gaming streak, to the PS5. They didn't really fall off or anything. And then the Xbox, now the Xbox made a turnaround I'd say they made a turnaround with the Series S and the Series X, and now they're finally focused back on the games. But here's the thing, when they slacked so hard, PlayStation had time to build up their exclusives. They built up Uncharted, they built up God of War, they had Horizon, Spider-Man came out, Last of Us, more things I'm probably just forgetting off the top of my head here, and even with the new ones coming up, they got Elden Ring, Sifu, the sequels, just a lot of things are going for them. Even Wolverine, a lot of things are going right for them. So Xbox needs to play catch up in a sort of way, so they bought Activision, they bought Bethesda, and they're like, okay, we're making we're making Elder Scrolls, the next Elder Scrolls, Xbox exclusive, Starfield, Xbox exclusive, and then we're gonna buy Activision. But the thing is, right, when you buy gaming companies of this with already established games, are you doing it just to say you have the games, but you're not making the games any better? You know what I'm saying? Does that mean you're making better games, or does that mean you're just acquiring these companies just to say you have them? And that was an interesting take I saw, and I'm like, okay, this makes a lot of sense, because they're just buying companies. And a lot of people are saying if they were to make COD an Xbox exclusive, it'd just be dead in the water. It'd just die right there. So what I'm looking for right now, they bought them for $70 billion. That's more that I've seen this, and that's more than what Nintendo is worth right now. Nintendo's sitting at like, I think, 61 billion. So that's insane. That is insane. So immediately people would think they're making COD exclusive, but not. But new reports saying that are coming out that they don't plan to do that. That they're keeping it like cross-platform and everything, so that's a bright side. But other than that, maybe I'm seeing these games are coming to the Game Pass. See, it's good for Microsoft and Xbox players because it's coming to the Game Pass day one. These games most likely, a lot of games you wouldn't get to play before, or would have to pay straight up, are probably coming to the Game Pass. So they're doing this to beef up their Game Pass, and Sony has to retaliate. And a lot of people are saying because they did this, you're starting kind of a war where their hand is forced to buy something like an EA. I don't even know if they have the capital to buy EA, and I'm pretty sure they don't. But I saw a list that the last remaining companies on the market is like Konami's at 6 billion, Take-Two is at 22 billion, Square Enix, I think it's around the same as Konami. So if Sony wanted to, they could like acquire up these smaller ones. But the thing was, my problem with this is, and if you guys go way back when Tomb Raider, Microsoft kind of just threw bags of money at them, and tried to make them console exclusive. And if you guys remember that, so many people were mad, so many people were upset, because you can't make an already established cross-platform game a console exclusive. That's the only problem I have with things like this. If you want to buy Activision and you want to make new IPs that are Xbox exclusive, go ahead. I don't care. They did that with Bethesda, and I literally bought an Xbox just to play Starfield. Okay, so and whatever exclusive are along the way, but I don't have a problem with that. But when you take already established games like Skyrim, say COD for example, just those to name a little bit, and make it a console exclusive, I understand that you're trying to bring people more to the Xbox, but I don't like, that's just a scummy way to go about it. You know, they tried this before and it had major pushback, and then Tomb Raider became a timed exclusive. You know, so I don't know. It's hot take. I don't think it's good for gaming. High key, I don't think it's good for gaming, especially when now Sony stocks dropped. I think it's dropped $20 billion. So they have to act. They have to retaliate with something. I heard a state of play is rumored for February 3rd, and they're trying to come out with their own Game Pass. They're gonna announce the Sifu gameplay, or show off more Sifu gameplay, Horizon gameplay before all that launches in February, and maybe show off Harry Potter gameplay. That might be canceled for all we know, but they need to do something fast, because bro, that was huge. No one saw this coming. No one saw them acquiring Activision. I didn't hear any reports about it. I didn't hear any talks about it. I didn't hear anything. This came out of literal nowhere. I woke up one day and it's like Activision is under Microsoft, and I'm like, what the hell? But the only positives I could see coming out of this is if they use the funding, if Activision uses this funding to make Call of Duty better. Because Call of Duty, I'm not gonna lie with you, it's since I think for the last few years at least, each game has been a miss. Whether you enjoy it or not, it's not been the same quality. Like, even if you're like, I really like them, WWE 2019, it's not the same quality as we used to get. We might not ever get back to that, but like I've always said, Warzone has practically killed COD. If it saved it and killed it at the same time, because that pandemic, if they didn't bring in Warzone, a lot of people would have been bored. So they generated a new fan base, a new mode that could pretty much never die at this point. But they're putting so much effort into Warzone, they don't care about the actual games anymore. You look at Cold War, you look at Vanguard even. I think Vanguard was the worst out of the three. I hate Vanguard so much. I'm not trying to play that garbage, but it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. And do I think it's bad for gaming? Yes. Do I think it's a W for Microsoft? Yes. But overall, like, if I look at it as a company perspective, it does make sense. But if I look at it as a gamer, as a person who loves gaming and wants everyone to enjoy different games, like, it's kind of weird, because I don't want this whole war of monopolization to start. People just acquiring other things. You know, if you're building up original IPs, go ahead. But this is the thing. It's not like Sony was just buying all these companies. No, they, from the ground up, everyone was sleeping on Uncharted. People used to sleep on Uncharted. Then it became the Uncharted we know today. We have Infamous. We have the games I listed before. God of War, Horizon. Sifu is the next thing. Like, whatever Naughty Dog has up their sleeves for the next IP. Wolverine coming out soon. Like, Ratchet and Clank. Like, these games, they were built from the ground up, from already owned PlayStation publishers. You know, they didn't just take a company and just be like, yep, this is ours now, screw you guys, you know. But we'll see, you know, we'll see what happens. The deal is is gonna expect it to close, I think, June of next year, and then you'll see like a little, like, I think about 2 to 3 years from now, you'll see the things start getting put in motion from that deal. I expect, like, this year, like, Call of Duty will be unaffected, but I honestly expect like Xbox players to get either DLC early. Like, we're not gonna have the PlayStation is not gonna have like the PlayStation Plus packs anymore, or whatever. I would assume so. They won't have that, so I guess like free skins, camos, things like that, you know. So we'll see. It's an interesting. We'll see how this develops. it's good for Xbox and Microsoft, but I don't know if it's good for gaming as a whole. It's going to be interesting to see. But I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and let me know what you guys comments down below. I'm honestly, it's so hard for me to say. I'm in the middle, so I want to know what you guys think about it. But yeah, comment down below. Let me know what y'all think. And I think February I'm coming out with 2 reviews. I'm planning the Sifu review and the Horizon Forbidden West review, so be on the lookout for those. What else? Nothing else really in February. I was gonna get Dying Light, Elden Ring, but you know, I'm a struggling student right now, so I can't afford 4 games at the price of $90 each, Canadian money. But you know, be on the lookout for those reviews. I'm gonna get to the Sifu review as early as I can, and then Horizon right after, so be on the lookout for those. Share this content with your friends. If you want to see more, comment down below, and I'll see you guys on the next video.